morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the July 2019 Digital Arts and Design Graduate Showcase. My name is Peter Satulio. I'm the course director here in the Digital Arts and Design program. I teach the final portfolio class. Been with these guys for the last month, and they're ready to show you some work. You guys ready to see some work? Yes. Awesome. I like that. We like enthusiasm. So please, big round of applause for our first presenter, Ms. Madeline Hoch.
Hello, thank you all for coming today. My name is Madeline Hoch, and I'm a photographer and graphic designer. I was born in Maryland, where I lived for the majority of my life. I was an elementary education major originally, but found myself in a position to become the business manager of a small guitar store. I absolutely loved it. I worked there for several years, but being a small business, I found myself doing many more jobs at that store than just being the manager. That included product photography and marketing. I fell in love with those things and decided to come to Florida to pursue those at full sail. My first project is called Recipe Stash. For this project, I wanted to create the loading screen for an app that can be used to store, share, and test recipes. I created multiple food-based assets, including a timer to display loading time and a whisk stirring in a bowl. Movement of all of these assets was also included to entertain the user. Here is Recipe Stash. Thank you. My second project is Tupelo Sweets. Tupelo Sweets is a fictional company that sells sweet potato sticks similar to veggie straws. I was given the task to create a brand identity for this company. I was tasked with designing the logo, product packaging, color scheme, etc. for this fictional company. The only portion of the design process that was given to me was their name and a Pantone color that I ended up using on the tractor of the logo. Upon completion of this project, I decided to animate the company's logo, which was supposed to have a fun Southern flair. Here is Tupelo Sweets. Thank you. For my third project, I chose House Pharmaceuticals. Inspired by the television show House MD, I created a fictional pharmaceutical company. I used a typeface that resembled the logo for the show and also included elements from the show, including Dr. House's cane and the pills he would regularly take. Here is House Pharmaceuticals. Thank you very much. Here is my July 2019 demo reel, which is the combination of all of my work thus far. Enjoy! Thank you for your time. If you'd like to contact me, here is my contact information. I'd also like to thank my professors for all the knowledge they imparted on me these past 20 months, my friends and classmates for helping to keep me sane, my family back home in Maryland for cheering me on, and my amazing parents in the front row who drove around 16 hours from Maryland to come support me today. Thank you very much for your time. Next up is Blaise Malakas.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blaise Malakas. I'm a graphic designer, and in just a few minutes, I will be presenting to you my 3 products that I'll be showcasing to you here today. But first, just a little background or a little history about myself. I was born in the Bahamas to my lovely parents, Kim and Dwayne Malakas. I lived in the Bahamas for a few years, where I completed my high school education. From there, I moved back to the U.S., specifically Upper Marlboro, Maryland. While living in Maryland, one day my mother was talking to one of her friends about Full Sail. Her friend, his name was Tammy, who had just hired some Full Sail grads to create a major audio sound system for her church. She knew that I loved design and told my mother to gather some more information about the school. Fast tracking to now, graduating as a Full Sail alumni with my peers tomorrow. For my first project, I will be displaying a 3D logo I made for a fictional electrical company. I hope you enjoy it. My goal was to create a 3D logo of a company that was unique, but I was inspired by the pictures you see here to create something that is a lot unique, but yet is subtle as well. I used Cinema 4D to create this project, as well as Adobe After Effects and Premiere to bring it all together. Without further ado, here's my logo. For my next project, my goal was to create a logo bump for the game Apex Legends, created by EA. I wanted to display a look that was unique to the Apex game itself, as well as include some textures and effects that were current to the game's visual characteristics. These are some inspirational photos that I found while researching the game and its characters. I really took into consideration the new character that has been recently added to the game called Watson, and wanted to highlight this particular character. Please take a look at my logo animation. For my next project, my goal was to create a scary TV show title sequence opener. The story takes place in an abandoned town cursed by demons that prey on the living. The demons lure tourists into the town to devour them, and I wanted to create a grunge-like title sequence animation that was well noticed and portrayed well to this look and feel. Without further ado, here's my inspiration. I found these images that helped me create this logo and help with my grunge-like textures that I wanted to display in them. Without further ado, here is my project. Thank you all for coming. Here's my 2019 demo reel. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thank you. Next up, I'd like to introduce Jimmy.
Good morning. My name is Jimmy Kilo. I grew up in a place called Fort Bragg / Fayetteville, North Carolina area till I was about, that's what's up, Vietnam, till about November 1997 when I joined the Army. I'm happily married to my wife, Nancy, and a father of 7 kids between us both. My journey to Full Sail University was not a planned one. Not even going into the graphic design industry was even planned. So after graduating high school, I spent about 4 years off, and then I decided to join the Army. Had to get a job, right? Halfway through my military career, I revisited a childhood pastime of taking photography, or taking photographs, and was introduced into something called Photoshop by one of my soldiers, and my life was forever changed. Not knowing that some 8 years later and after retirement in 2017, I would decide to attend college with an idea of learning more about photography, with the idea of adding skills from graphic design. So where do you go for good weather and a highly rated graphic design program after retirement? This place. Throughout my time here, I've been told to look for things that inspire you. Everything in this slide has something to do with my life, and this is what inspires me every day. From family and friends to the smallest and largest of objects, anything can be an inspiration to anyone. You just have to open your eyes to see it. For my first project, it was a dream wall. It was a design to be shown on our campus dream wall here in Building 1. We were taught how to projection map images onto various objects and place them only where they were to be seen. The image in the top left of the screen is what I considered my roadmap that was used to design my scenes through numerous sketches of ideas and then transferring them to Adobe After Effects. The remaining images you see are the things I use for my inspiration, bright neon lights from my childhood and sort of an outer space type feel. I now present to you my dream wall project. For my second project, it was titled Silver Talon Bounty Hunter. 3D motion design was an interesting class. During this project, we were to come up with a 3D logo design for a program we had to create. I chose a cartoon from my childhood that I watched quite often called Silverhawks. And yes, I am dating myself, but that's okay. I really enjoyed my childhood, okay? The name of my program is called Silver Talon Bounty Hunter. The photos from the show I use for inspiration of the top three. I always liked the wings of the characters, how they fanned out, and the suits that they wore as they flew around space chasing the bad guys. The three photos at the bottom of the page are split scenes from my project, showing 3D Cinema 4D work on the left and the actual composited footage on the right. I present to you my Silver Talon Bounty Hunter project. There we go. All righty, I think I found it. Right on. This is my third project. My third project is called Blood Diamond. This was a show from my Graphics Principles 2 course, or a project from my Graphic Principles 2 course. We were to design a movie poster of our choosing. Once we narrowed down our ideas to one, we were to brainstorm, research, and sketch out ideas before making things digital. Some of the images you see here are what I used for inspiration. About 10 months later, in a different class, I was challenged by my instructor to take my poster to a higher level, to animate my poster for a 3D feel. I present to you my Blood Diamond project. Now on to my July 2019 demo reel. I'd like to thank everyone for coming, my family and friends for dealing with all my late night hours, crazy hours, lack of sleep, and attitudes that I've had from time to time. And if you'd like to contact me, here's my contact information. I will now be followed by my classmate, Lee Cherokees.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lee Cherokees. I'm an aspiring motion graphics and VFX artist. I wanted to let you know a little bit about myself. I am from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm very lucky to have such an amazing support system with my family. I especially can't thank my parents enough for encouraging me to pursue Full Sail, despite having very little art experience. My father passed away a few months before I started at Full Sail due to a two-year-long battle with cancer, even though he was never a smoker. I'd really like to pay a big tribute to him. He was one of the most mentally tough people that I know, especially working as a dolly grip in the film industry for so long. He worked very long hours on set and was away from home for prolonged periods of time in order to provide for us. Despite this, he was incredibly cheerful and friendly to everybody he came in contact with, and I strive to be more like him every day. I'd also like to thank all of my teachers. I know for the most part I kept it low-key, but I really did learn so much from every one of you all, and I tried to be at least a good listener. Lastly, I want to give thanks to God. I believe He's the reason we're all here and doing things His way, and overall just trying to show compassion to one another is my main goal in life. So for my first project, I wanted to show you guys an animated logo titled Fun Labs TV. It's based on a fictional kids science channel. I had to model, texture, light, and animate the logo all within Cinema 4D, and later I brought it into After Effects for color correction and to create my background. I wanted the show to be upbeat and fun. When I was growing up, I used to watch shows like Zoom and Bill Nye the Science Guy. They covered many topics related to science, and I wanted to create a show with a similar premise. I wanted to have a bright and colorful logo to convey a more playful feel. From astronomy to mechanical engineering, Fun Labs TV will provide kids with an engaging learning experience. Enjoy. For my next project, I had to create an original company and logo that would potentially live inside the world of a movie, TV show, or video game. I chose to create a gas mask company that could manufacture for Walter White in one of my favorite TV shows, Breaking Bad. I wanted the logo build to be a futuristic with a heads-up display. So here are my storyboards. The molecular elements in the background were used to emphasize scientific technology. In these storyboards and in the original animation, the logo had more of a mask shape, but I decided to clean it up with more of a simple oval badge to place the type and user interface onto. And now for the video. My next piece is titled Internal Warfare. This is a VFX project mildly inspired by Dragon Ball Z. I knew it would be fun to try and create a fight scene. Then I figured I could push that concept further by portraying an inner battle happening inside my head. The video basically starts with me meditating, trying to ease my mind and push negative thoughts out. Next, the video cuts to a battle against myself. Thank you. And now for my final demo reel, showcasing the work I've completed during my time here at Full Sail. Here's my contact info. Thank you all so much.
Great job, guys. Every month, we like to compile a class demo reel using projects from everyone in the class, and we'd like to show that to you. If there's anyone else in this class, please come up on stage. Anyone? All right, Carlos here. Yay! And we'd like to show you that reel now. Awesome job. So I'd like to give a big congratulations and round of applause to the July 2019 DAD Graduate Showcase presenters. Great job, guys. And one more round of applause for the July 2019 DAD graduating class. Great job. I want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting, everyone watching online. Have a great day.